Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm in the process today of changing chain and sprockets. You can see I've got new 19 tooth sprocket, new chain, new rear, standard rear sprocket. I'm just in the process of doing it. What I've noticed is, especially with the 19 tooth sprocket, the chain is pretty close to the frame down here. In actual fact, the old chain I took off it at some time, it's been run slack and it's cut, not cut, but worn. You see where it's been rubbing on the frame and clattering. Now, the thing is with a single, it's not smooth running like a twin or a four. As the piston is up and down, you get with the wheel, and the wheel tends to try and do this as every stroke, not as you feel it like, but that's what it's doing. What it does, the chain will always go, it's like slack tight, and it's wearing on there. So what I've just done, I've just made this. Let's have a look. I've cut this out of a piece of nylon block. It's the same material as they use on motocross bikes for chain tensioners and whatever, things like that. Now, what I'm going to do with it, I made it, I drilled a hole in it, cut it to shape. I'm going to sit it in there, like that. I've drilled a hole and there's a plate here, stock on the frame, that's threaded. Just in the right place, eh? So that'll sit in there like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll put the bolt in it. Let me just, I drilled a hole, I'm going to use an Allen bolt and I've countersunk it, so when I tighten that down it's going to be halfway down there, but it's a long way from the chain, that is. That's going to fit in here, so I can get it. Well, it's not tightened down obviously yet. It's tightened down and there'll be a lock nut underneath, and that Allen key will sink into that, so I've countersunk it. But as you can see, if the chain's slack, like at the moment the chain's not been tightened yet, so it is slack, it'll run on this nylon there. Right place. There. It'll sit on that instead of it in the frame. The nylon's not going to hurt the chain, and the chain will barely ruin it. Well, it'll take a long time to wear that nylon out, I'll tell you. But obviously when the chain's the correct tension, it's going to be up there anyway. But as the chain gets a bit slacker and it starts flapping about, it'll run on that, because as the chain is obviously going this way round, it's running across and away from it. No, I couldn't tell you what the nylon was. It was just in my box of bits, you know. I'm the sort of person that doesn't chuck anything away. But if you've got a block of nylon, you could cut that out, cut it to shape, and sit in there nicely. So I'll get that bolted down, get a lock nut on the back of it. Just a little tip really. Right, got it all bolted down now. Let's move this up a little bit. There you go. Chain's slack at the moment, so it just sits on it. When the chain's tight, it won't even touch it. But when the chain, if it ever does get slack, instead of it chewing into the frame, which doesn't do the chain any good anyway, it's going to run on this nylon block I put on. So, just a little bit of a tip. So if it's useful to you, click like, big thumbs up, any comments down below as normal, you know I always read them, and I'll progress, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.